Hey YouTube, this is The Art of Prepping. First, I just want to thank everyone for your messages and your thoughts and prayers as I've been trying to recover from my illness. I've been dealing with a pretty severe form of vitamin D deficiency. It took about 5 weeks to discover this problem after my symptoms. Basically, I was having symptoms of having the flu, and it's just like I was never able to get over the flu. And so the doctors kept on saying that I just had a virus, and I had a virus, and I had a virus. But after about 5 weeks, I was like, this is ridiculous. You don't have a flu or any flu that I know of for 5 weeks. And so as I was going into week number 6, we did a lot of blood work that should have been done early on. But the doctors once again dismissed the need for blood work, saying that just a virus. So in my opinion, I got very poor care. And I just don't want anyone to experience what I've experienced. It was pretty much a nightmare. So I had lots of different symptoms, even beyond flu-like symptoms. And I may go into detail with that at a later video. But I just wanted to do a quick update to tell everybody that I am recovering. I am on supplements to get my D levels up. And having a vitamin D deficiency is no joke. I was barely able to walk, and I had a lot of other problems as well. And so after they did the blood test, they did about 20 blood tests and several urine tests, and they were able to find the deficiency. At one point, I thought maybe I had Lyme disease, because Lyme disease is kind of has a lot of the same symptoms, believe it or not, as a vitamin D deficiency. I also thought it was possible that I had chronic fatigue syndrome. Chronic fatigue syndrome is also very close to Lyme disease and vitamin D deficiency. And lastly, I was thinking it's possible I could have cancer. I felt that bad. In fact, I kind of felt like I was dying. I had almost no quality of life. And it's a scary thing when you can't hardly even move about, when you can't hardly walk. So I just wanted to kind of like put people at rest that I am feeling better. I'm in the first week of my recovery. It takes about 2 weeks to kind of get back on your feet from what I understand. But even with that being said, that I'm not going to be completely myself for about 2 to 3 months, according to what I've been told. And so hopefully that's not the case. Hopefully I'll bounce back quicker. But in terms of my blood levels, it could be easily about 3 months before they return to a normal level. And so I'll have to kind of keep an eye on this for a long time, maybe the rest of my life, because I don't ever want to experience this again. So I'm taking a very high dosage of vitamin D3. I'm taking a little over 10,000 international units. And to help absorb that D3, I'm taking a pretty healthy dose of vitamin A, vitamin E, magnesium, and K2. And so I'm also eating a lot of foods like wild salmon. Wild salmon has a really high amount of vitamin D. And that's in contrast to the farm-raised salmon that has a very low amount of vitamin D. And so I've been drinking lactose-free milk to get D that way. I've been eating eggs and so forth. And I've been trying to increase my exposure to sunlight. I think that was a big part of my problem. Where I live, I have very large, mature shade trees, and there's almost no sun that really kind of hits me directly. So I've been actually going out into direct sunlight and getting a lot of direct sunlight on my person for a minimum of 20 to 30 minutes a day. Some days I've been getting a lot more than that. So I just want to tell you that if you've been feeling very sluggish, or if you have no energy, or have some extreme fatigue, if you feel like you had the flu but you don't have the flu, and there's a whole host of other symptoms, you might want to have your vitamin D levels checked. It's a very simple and inexpensive blood test that can really give you some answers. And so once again, you can get vitamin D through your supplements, or through your food, or through the sun, because your skin can take that sunlight and generate vitamin D through it, or with it. It's very cool. And so I'm a lot more aware of how powerful vitamin D is. Vitamin D is not just a vitamin, it's also a hormone. And there's approximately around 2,000 functions and processes that vitamin D is responsible for in our bodies. And so you want to take this serious. You want to examine, are you getting enough? And this is something that I think everyone should probably get tested once a year, just to kind of have a benchmark indicator for your overall well-being. Once again, thank you for all your prayers and all the messages. I really do appreciate that very much. It means a lot to me. I hope to get back on the channel on a regular basis in the next 2 weeks. That's my goal. If it takes a little longer, it takes a little bit longer. But I am slowly starting to feel better. I'm able to walk really well now. I'm thinking a lot more clearly. I don't feel like I have the flu anymore. But once again, it takes a good solid 2 weeks from what I've been told to kind of just get back to normal in terms of just feeling more myself. So I'm very excited to feel normal again. And so I do kind of, wonder deep down of how long I have been deficient. So I'm very curious to see how I feel 3 months from now, especially if my blood work comes back in the normal range. I'm very curious to see how I'm going to feel. And I'm kind of thinking deep down that I'm going to probably be feeling a lot more energetic than I have even before, because I have a feeling that I've been deficient maybe for a longer period of time than I think I have been. And so let's just see how it works out. But once again, thank you for all of your messages. It was almost overwhelming to see a lot of different people on the channel. A lot of my friends on the channel, you guys are great. Chime in and ask where I've been, if I'm okay. It's just a good feeling that people kind of notice when you're not around. It's a very good feeling. So hope you guys are doing well. You guys take care. I'll catch you later.